Hello guys. Today I'm doing more automation. Now if you hear a video in the background, I'm just listening to some YouTube because that's just what I've done. So yeah. The last video that I attempted to record didn't record any outer audio from the microphone. So I'm restarting, but in this case, I'm just decided to do a race car. Um, yeah, smart car, special, and then blah blah blah. We have all the past models I made. Let's make a new car. Gotta be making a race car, by the way. Come on, there we go. Hmm. Let's do a coupe. Coupe. Enter. Alright. Here, let me just find it. Alright, I just found the car. I guess I'm just gonna turn this into a race car. So to start, let's go with steel. Galvanized steel. Front transverse. Double wishbone. More double wishbone. Torsion beam. Why not? I'll name it in a moment. Why was that flash? What? It's flashing red here. Yeah. Nice and large. Cast heavy, cast light, aromatic damper. I'm just gonna pause the video. No, I'm just gonna move the video over here so it doesn't distract me. Anyways, compression. I'd like a bit of more. Go more with the sport since it's supposed to be a race car. Stiff. Lower the RPM a bit. Turbocharger. Boost control. Yeah. Injection. Multi-point per cylinder. Race. A little larger. Don't need lead valve. Take a little bit richer fuel. Turbo compact. It's a three-way baffled. Not baffled again. No, I'm gonna make it a broken, um, like, thing. It's here now. You know what? I will make it normal. Okay. Mm. Also, that noise in the background is also my dad mowing. I don't know why I pointed my thumb over to that, but whatever. I'm just gonna pause it and see how I can figure out how this engine works. Alright, I just modified the engine and I decided that's nah. Yeah, I don't think it will be a race car. I think it'll just be um just some kind of engine. I don't know. Let's give it a test, I guess. You know what? It could be a police car. Let's get on to the random stripes because I don't need that. Now I'm gonna paint white. Yep. Let's let's see. It's uh edit. Save. Alright. Wait, what? Well, I'm going to throw together a pattern. It took way too long for me to get this pattern working, but now I have it. Um, I guess let's start working on the front. Move in these headlights. Let's make them larger. Let's stretch it out in between the two headlights. All right. I just wrote police. Now I feel like painting the bumper. Oop, that's the whole car. That's the same thing. Hold on, I gotta figure this out again. Alright, so now I have a siren. And I guess I'm gonna do the rear before I do the interior. Right now I have some taillights, and I kept forgetting on literally all of them to add a um little handle for the trunk. Um, Next let's do the interior. Um, let's start with a nice dashboard. I don't want to use the classic one. I've used that too many times. I can find one. Um, you know what? I don't care. Let's just rotate this up sideways. Free cam. I don't really care that my pattern sticking through the door. I'm going to end up fixing that anyway. Yeah. Slide this over. Yeah, I'm going to throw in some seats now. I just added in a cover for the drive shaft. Things are going well. Time for pedals and other details. Alright, let's do the gauges. Let's throw them in to the car. If I can rotate this flipping thing correctly. There we go. Wait. How'd that get upside down? There we go. Let's rotate there and shove it in. Doesn't seem to really fit, does it? I'll just do a bit of finagling, just make it look like it makes sense, even though it may not. Make it larger. Perfect. That's very police and car, I guess. Alright, let's do the shifter. Interior floor for the trunk. Let's just throw that in there. Slide that over. You know what, since this is basically one of my best works, I'll actually try to make a rear. Another panel. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It just kind of stretches weirdly. Now I can't select it. There it is. No, that's the seats. Why won't it work? Alright, that took a long time. It's done. Now I can move on to the transmission. Oh wait, actually, let's just throw on fuel cap, because why not? Okay, that was mirrored for a moment. And I guess that's basically it for the car, but I will change out the wheels a bit. Yeah. Wait. So very intellect. Yeah, there it is. Alright, perfect. Okay, manual. 5-speed. Lower down the max. No, let's leave that. Clutched. Why not? Medium compound. All terrain for off-road. Let's make the tire a bit larger. It's a bit too small. Yeah, it looks nice. Don't know why I was talking so quietly, but yeah, it's to drum. Make it large. I would say more on the race side to catch other criminals. Under tray. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, that's about right. Basic. Radio. I needed a radio. Radio. Yeah. Steering. ABS. It's standard. Yeah. Springs. Progressive twin tube. Of course. I always have to have problems with the brakes. Literally every time. Salt disc. And drum. This is as big as I can make them. 3. There we go. I guess that's it. I guess I'll see you in BeamNG. Scare. Alright, anyways. Here's the car in game. It's a little thing. I wired the police lights to be indicators, so yeah. But only one half works. I can kind of goof around with it. Yeah, it's definitely a Covet looking thing. And now it's time to show off the 2 other cars. The one that you didn't get to see me make because the audio didn't record, and then the first, and you don't even need to see the first one. You should already know how it looks. Alright, so I made this one earlier, but the audio didn't record. This was my dad's suggestion, where it kind of looks like his actual truck. It has everything basically, and then we have then we have like this Covet. Yeah, I'm going to delete this one to keep resources down and keep the recording. I'm going to compare my variant of a Covet and the actual thing. I already see some differences right now. And here it is. I see. So we have this one, my police looking Covet looking except that one, it seems to be shorter on that one. And it's just, yeah. Let's see if the camera got placed correctly. Oh, it did. Yeah, the gauges don't work like usual. I think the only difference here is that this one has a bit more power than the original Covet. As you may have seen earlier, I couldn't get turbo working, so it's not turboed, it's just running straight off of the power it has behind it right now. It basically sounds the same. Alright, so this one has more character than that one. This one runs smoother. I can actually see the word police. I thought it was impossible to see. Yeah, just Covet. Oh, Covet has its own logo? Oh well. I guess let's just give her a test drive. I mean, brakes kind of work, but the wheels like lock up and then you have to hear a horrible noise. Yeah, it has way too much power for its own good though. That's the only other issue I could think of. But yeah, it's definitely a little Covet looking thing. Oh, holy